something new and really cool. Lock it in. More news, more information. Hot.
Nancy abo our hall 93.9 FM so Amansan Dawuro kasi ebona ne braso sa nwumere yi ensama hodo a ekwa kwa braman magi nwase ne mebaki kan dia mawo ka hu se yan kasi ebonam etwagu live ewo Facebook aye hall 93.9 FM like ye share yan fodwen chebra ya baki kan ede amawa nwumere ewo kasi ebono eso ka hunu say hotfmghana.com modern Ghana tuning radio Ghana webs application aye abefun ndi kwanso anwumre kasi abore nam su etwagu a ubenya bi etiem ne edimu akotene anwumre ebi anesen wosuofo wonu no hwe energy hunsam so o my Ghana mu Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempem wode atudo ba ma ne achio mu ose ankania na edundun na Ghana fo bi si dum so na ase aba no wei anya dum so na mbom eye dum siesie wonsam fufrom wonu mu don kasi a won wo my Ghana mra hye fie akade a che Ghana fo nyina hia ne se fata se nei wo my Ghana mra hye fie wo mo ahomgie mu no wo mo saba mra hye fie ebedi nkomo bi ebeboa ama Ghana mpuntuo akwa animu Mampanya Badiache flag bearer at the Manu Patriotic Party, Dr. Alhaji Mahamadou Baumia Shabosen. One more did them, Yanuanama more did them sabe. Now, Kupa don't know so my Ghana, Ben Yasam and Penina Bahe. Now, woman Bakosia upon universities, I would do wono, will be abaquani fidi. I want you to ana sempua empom ankane mra shebe dwani anu ogyramu ha ma from watermale central na wasan ayo sofo anu ohwe lands and natural resource wonsam so my Ghana mu ankane lawyer enu safuseni wode atujo ba ma na echemu nsa eye ne nwanwase ne attorney general etu economic and organized crime office yoko fua afusa nei enhwemu bi ompeso mo yeditia Madam Cecilia Dapa ewo ne money laundry bia wo mo bo ne kwadu wo ho no wo mo twu wo mana montuo no ensensan ensembo ani afoforo bi ana nwumere yi mi si nwa kenka dia ma ho se Amansan Dawuro kasiebo mi di a megiso eye tirimudahima akuya se wa kasie no enchechemu enie.
Don't touch that dial.
Lock it in. 93.9.
You've never heard radio like this.
Abusia mi free kasiana sise na mede asomo. Na mede mani echemu awo o my Ghana. Emra hye bedwafie. Don kasi awonum awo my Ghana mra hye bedwafie. Akasa na ansa na no mame fa mani chemu ewo energy ministry no womo akache Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempa wono eno ye wosofo hwe man yankane ahonsam so e dia tudwe ba mane akyerem wo sen Ghana enkane na edundun na Ghana de hye bie ese eye dumso aye nimni dada no na ekoso biem no wo kama Ghana fo nyina tese enye dumso na mom eye dum siesie eye dum siesie mesan asisu biem eye dum siesie wei enye dumso na mom eye dum siesie saa na energy minister woka ade ache Ghana fo esa as first no enkane ani dum a dunso no wo mu ni ho hweye enti be se ade abachi ade abasane yada sudam we dia wo mu dum na how na aba no na wo mu asiesie na nkane no asan aba back enti enye dum so na mom eye dum siesie wone sansem wanyina to dwabro kopie mu ewo government assurance committee wo manim enne a wo mu ebisa ne se dia na ekoso wo yenkane asemu dia na amankane ne tesei ebo na ni prepre na edum amanfo da sumu a ahuhuro na eku Ghana fo enei wo hia Ghana ni ba bia mese awosi agu ne ho no sebe esra kokofunu de entobura gu Ghana fo ade hia ho no esere mpesa ya no a emmeneye Ghana fo amane aye hu anadwobra ye da hwemu no enya de ketoa enne no nso na pa ne edumi nkane a me ba adwuma yi emaye mafrefie yese emaye enti nkane adum so na ekoso no de eyade ha adwen enti government assurance committee and a friend say wo mra mekyereke mu eno na Dr. Matthew Poku Prempem ekwagira wo manim no wode ato wo manim eka che Ghana fo nyina sem first na ne adum yankane beye sem 72 to 68 days na nkane no yadum no kura beye se don hwiri nie na Ghana fo nyankane se sa wespe na nkane no aba enti ayade a sane na first ye wodu nsomu no enye no na ekoso we yadum siesie ehaw ahodo nketo bi na wo ho na wo mu edumdum nuo asiesie ehaw no nyina wode atoja ba ne akiremo se enkane na sesei edundum anase haw na aba no esukura sene sabra ne wodu nso wose du nso de na eketo bi na aba ne hunu ne obeye nanso sesei haw na da ho no kase pa nanso esan wo mu nim ne wo mu yenti wo mu dum nkane na enche na aba a wo mu di siesie haw ahodo a eba so no enyina wose mampanyi dada dwondo mani mama bere so du nso eba Ghana se bi na eba tesi a enka Ghana fo amane ebehu nya de keto nanso esense enye mampanyi dada dwondo mani mama bere so ne eba ye bi na ne aba no hawa no ode nanso wo munim de wani mo hwe ade asiesie wo gina committee na anim no ensem ochechemu ebi enie.
Chair, again I would like to come under this your cup to give solicit please, because the heat is getting on my head. I'm not sure I'm here to talk about Dumso as you want to drag me into it. But I told you that when I got to the ministry, we've gone past the era where we had 72 to 96 days of lights out and 6 hours of light on. From Dumso. Dumso, as inflicted on Ghanaians, has only happened as characterized. He is the only president on record that for 4 years that he reigned, for 4 years that he ruled, for 4 years that he governed, doom, 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 doom. If the non-partisan colleague says that now it's worse, then I don't know where his relatives lie. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Enti Dr. Matthew Poku Prempem ana wadi atudwa chirem wo senei enkane na edum no enyama mpayida da dwomani mahama na bereso dum so na ba ye no ebia wei aye dum siesie abra wane government assurance committee edi nkomom na Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempem ese Ghana fo say kase hawa ye famu dada maama bereso na ne ye famu a na chese Ghana fo bro ni beka na se ye nya considerate kra wo say nya sa hawo no ebi na aba na wo srese nei yemwa na nkane na edundum no a chese kra de wo mu kiremu agina no ade a ebefi ho kra wo say ebi wo ha na po bi na asai ebi nso wo ha na chese niema bi a enkoyie ni nyina na nei wo mo hunu hie nti a wo mo siesie ama omanfo eho ato wo mo okwo eye apa East Regional wo si installations ahodo wo project bi a wo mo yeye wo mansini mu na benduri a wo mo siesie no ni nyina aka ho bi na ama nei enkane ano sa nanso ni nyina mu no Ghana ye ehia ye sendei yentimi enkoto post emma mesiesie hawa o man no FM wo enkane asem ho.
The delay in the completion, as I said, of the project was a result of inadequate funding to procure high voltage and low voltage poles. Mr. Chair, the poles have recently been procured, released, and installed in all the communities, of Binduri. Work has completed at Goti Saliga. A transformer has been released and installed at Tinogu, awaiting the release of dressing materials. High voltage and low voltage works are ongoing in the remaining communities, namely Ninsako and Narasong. Thank you.
Mr. Minister, I have just a quick question for you. You had budget on 2021, budget 2022, budget 2023. And now I know the ministry is doing cost sharing. So do you want to tell us that Ghana is broke to extent that we can afford to buy low and high voltage poles?
Ghana is not broke that they cannot buy. My last answer to the last question was we procuring high voltage and low voltage poles and completing the installation of same in Binduri.
Abusua ani amuti ye aye Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe awaye energy minister Emma o my Ghana.
Hot FM 93.9.
Me kwa nim ewo Amansan Dawuro kase bono emu. Na medimani etremu ewo my Ghana mra hyebedwafie. Don kase won mo my Ghana mra hyebedwafie. E de atuja echeche mu hia ene se sefata se nei wo my Ghana mra hyebedwafie baba betena sibiem na agya wo mo atimi adi nkomo se ne beye a project ahodo e wose mra hyebedwafie ne timudi ho ano baba ye na wo mo timu gitum na agina na so bo adwuma no won betumi ayem na don kase ne da no ni wormonyamfo Alexander Afenyo Markin ene wajina simpie ni apaso ne nsantwofo akasa achechemu se wo my Ghana mra hyebedwafie wo mo ahomegiemu enso ehu hia se ni manimu ya ntempa shosli won betimi ababa hia biem na fei wo mo ndi anobaba ye afa eye appointed committee wo mo 34 report no eho na fei asoafo bia mampanyi aba wo mo di atoto wo man no betumi ahwe wo mo nsema kana fei ye beje wo matum a na age wo mo atum see $150 million loan bia na yehwe age na yetimi dia boa eye Greater Accra Resilient and Integrated Development Project no ye betimi ahwe na fei eno so loan yaka ho asem na yetimi age atum tempa shos na fei wo mo timi nya sika edi dwuma wose tax exemptions ahodo bi ye betimi aboa ama one district one factory no so etimi age na so ni nyina ye nsem bi ehia se name na hyebedwafie ne timi tena se ne monum ya na wo mo gitum enti na donkase ne se wo mo efrem na hyebedwafie no na chiam yetimi ama wo mo aba na wo betena se edi an baba ye wo sansem wo nyina ho na etimi aboa ma nei sa na montuo wo mo timi atu ansa na wo bese akwakwaje wo ho ahome a wo mo timi akwakwaje wo mo ahome.
Our intended recall. Colleagues in the media may be aware of the fact that on the 20th of March, Mr. Speaker adjourned the House sine die. At the time the House was adjourned sine die, there were 3 items of urgent importance to government that had been advertised to be taken. They were advertised on the order paper of the day, and these were the items. 1, the adoption of the 34th report of the Appointment Committee on His Excellency the President's nomination for appointment as ministers, regional ministers, and deputy ministers. 2, motion on additional financing agreement between Government of Ghana and the IDA for an amount of $150 million to finance the ongoing Greater Accra Resilient and Integrated Development Project, also known as the GARID. 3, request for tax exemption for selected beneficiaries under the 1D1F program. On the first item, you all know that Mr. President did some reshuffle and came out with some nominations. As you are well aware, the appointment committee sat on all of the nominees, interviewed them, engaged them, asked the relevant questions, and the report, as was tabled on the floor, was by consensus. So all we left to do is to take it through the motion of voting. On the issue of the GARID, that is the IDA 150 million, the committee had done its work. In fact, we had taken the motion, and the Works and Housing Subcommittee of Parliament had expressed certain views, and Mr. Speaker advised that the matter be taken back to committee and the leadership of the Works and Housing Committee be asked to join to express their views so that said views get incorporated. In fact, this was done, and all that is left is for this item to be taken so that government can access this concessional facility to show up our forex. We all know the situation with our city, and these are things that, if we are unable to speedily deal with, would affect our economy.
Ania muti yei aye don kasia no dan ni woni monyamfo Alexander Afenyo Markin we ye en was same Wobo NDC amanyokuo no don kuma no kokopa e won nsem bi ya na womo ekeka ne woma ka bi ani NCSOs nsem bi a efi womo ho eba se enei womo pese womo sai Ghana enwuma monim se Ghana Revenue Authority ani SML womo de no ade a akwakoye oye nipa a Ghana ni ba bia de nanum a wo twe ne trape ama nei and this amanyoko no kro communication director same agina simpie ni apaso akasa se wo mo ba mba prosecute sa nipa we nyina wo mo ho wo mu no na Alexander Afenyo Market so ni munyamfo ese kamia kwakwa se ade bia MPP aba ne beye na NDC asore enya papa ade bia baba bia wo mo se enya papa project atasehye wom na ye ba prosecute nipa ye ba yese wo se akoba ne sa NDC amanyoko ni pese wo mo kire se Ghana nyumaefo timamufo mo bia nyuma ana wo pese wo mo se wo mo nyuma sa suba ne sebe enye suba papa asam ne kura wo mo eka no wo mo ni nyina so papa bia ana wo hwesa GRA ana SML wo mo nsem ya ne free don kuma na NDC enmu ba no ekamia kwa ese amanyosem na wo mo de ye na nya nokure wo mo na wo pese wo mo tie ana wo mo ehweka.
But it is clear also from the KPMG report that what the company is doing, especially in the downstream, is very critical and it has helped government to generate revenue. Proud to their engagement, the manual system which was leading to bringing about a lot of leakages made it difficult for government to determine in real time such revenues. And it is clear also from the report of KPMG, which Mr. President gave highlight on to GRA, that indeed this company does not only have the experience, what they are doing is a novelty. Now we are aware that our friends in the NDC are calling for certain prosecutions. I think that they have not really paid attention to the whole issue and they just want to do politics as usual. Their call is unfounded for a simple reason that there isn't any established proof of any officer of state causing financial loss to the state. What I want to urge our colleagues in the opposition is that they should not kill Ghanaian businesses. Oftentimes, under the guise of due diligence, under the guise of ensuring that there's transparency, we often get out of control and destroy Ghanaian businesses. Whereas foreign firms who operate in certain sectors get the kind of protection that makes them develop their business, oftentimes Ghanaian businesses suffer.
Abusua ani amuti yei eye donkasia no danu ni worimonyamfo Alexander Afenyo Market wajina simpie ni apaso ne nsentwofo di nkomachire mu hiahia se nei mrahye bajafie won free research abetra se na fe nsema huhia sefata won be di hu nkomo no womo atimi adi hu nkomo na mekoma ni mo nsemfoforo mu am flag bearer anasa vice president mo my Ghana Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia ajina simpie ni apaso akasa na weye ni nationwide tour na woko sane ebaya woni Ghana fo be di nkomo na womo hu ni se wo di mampanyina eye na obeboa magana tumpon how bia yenam wo no be yi afrimu ene hia sende Ghana fo yetimutu abadema no enti na probody de wo kɔ Ghana ntwaso ne ntwasa so ene Ghana fo di nkomo na numu ene wakwa piemu e wo Western North a woni omanfo na kasa na hɔ no wɔde atodwabo amane akyeremu se nyankopɔ ye na do no odi o my Ghana kɔnwa yi se mampanyini na nyame ye na do na 2025 wo kura framu suɛ na wo hyɛbɔ so obedi Ghana nima anadwo awia ne anadwo a anopa ne obaye nie wobawo modena hwese ye nuan ma omodi dam a womatimi abom modene ekwa university no obehwe timi aboa ma nei wo bibia benya scholarship ebeboa no amana timi asua nwoma enya scholarship nkwa ne wombedi ne wombehye ba bi ombeda nyina obehwe ho nsem atimi aka ede amawomo Dr. Alhaji Mamudu Bawumia de atudwa ba ma ne achiemu se na ba ne pa owo ede magana fo doso na kakra ne woti mu de atro manfo na obema gana fo ahunu se nei ne mampanyina mamwo no ahotonko na o my Ghana ebeba.
So I am very, very clear on the way forward. I believe that persons with disabilities, we are going to have to support them a bit more. Persons with disabilities, we are giving scholarships to every sort of person, but I want to dedicate some of the monies from our scholarship secretariat and the GET Fund to provide free tertiary education, both tuition and accommodation, to all persons of disabilities who make it into the universities, so that they can all benefit from that.
Abusia eni amuti ye aye Vice President Emma wa my Ghana Dr. Alhaji Mahamadu Bawumia.
Hot FM 93.9.
Me komanim ewo ensemfo from mum. Na former member of parliament Edema Tamale Central. Ankane na wasaya osofo hwansase ene former gudia ho senso Minister for Lands and Natural Resources lawyer Enisafuseni wade atudwa ba mane akirem wo se enya ne nwanwa se Attorney General atu Economic and Organized Crime Office yokofofo se nei ma wo munya hwehwemu emfamfa Cecilia Abradapa enei sikasem bia ebon ho wase special prosecutor Adetu yokwa nimu se wanya hwehwemu emfamfa Madam Cecilia Abradapa nensam ho ewo money laundry sika bia wo mu keka na Madam Cecilia Abradapa bra mu ko ne fie kwa sache niema no wo mu hunu $1 million ana ewo ne ho a officers no efaye na saa sika no ene wo mu tutu se ebabedi maame no ho anya kwampapa so ne faye ebaye enti na ho bahia se ebehwehwemu enti special prosecutor editor yokwa ni mu se wo mu nto anhwemu no eso na no na Attorney General ede krata ma eye yoko se ma wo mu ye nhwemu bi amfamfa sansem we hu na no na lawyer Enisafuseni ede atudwaba ma ne akirem se enya ne nwanwa da eno enya ne nwanwa kura se nei Attorney General ede ato eye yokwa ni mu se ma wo mu ye nhwemu bia amfamfa Madam Cecilia Abradapa money laundry bia yade eto ne komu
OSP onya ka say one discover corruption and our corruption related offense and our breaches of the Procurement Act na or refer asanu Emma Yoko to investigate money laundering me kaye we fidiesu everywhere say money laundering is a derivative offense and yet offense they are standing on its own. Money laundering is simply trying to hide the process of crime. And no money laundering. It does. So they must first of all be process of crime before what prosecuting NIPA for money laundering. So OSP Casa, the bizarre OSP. Okay, one who money laundering. Now crime bank necessarily the park committee here for her to get a lawful process and now trying to launder the money. Because you need to answer that question. So one answer that question now, you cannot establish money laundering. You cannot. Well, I said it everywhere. Say a derivative offense. Now, almost say even though your act say if you can't find the offense or if the offense has been committed outside the jurisdiction, you can prosecute the money laundering. But this offense, Adebia SC in Ghana within the jurisdiction. Now, Cecilia Dapa, no a public officer or ministerial position, and within the time say, or a minister, yeah, who seek up the brave one, the means auditor, lifestyle audit, and if I know you ask say, or yeah, Juman poor, say a lawful business for a year. Has she paid her requisite taxes? So we have business, lawful business. Now we deal with tax. Now who can be brave when fear it could be money laundering for tax evasion. So the offense will be tax evasion, and the derivative offense will be money laundering. So we Jessica from people because we are minister. Now, woman Omojuma and our woman Omojuma, you have abused your office. That's the offense. And again, the derivative offense, no, I am money laundering. Who the second SCSC, who launder second. So the key ingredient of money laundering is one, there must be a substantive offense, predicate offense, your friend in law, and there is a derivative offense.
Abusia ania muti ye Tamale Central na shebedwani ankane Minister for Lands and Natural Resource lawyer Enisa Fuseni one Kwabena Pera Junior the don ene di nkomo wo wie ye ene wasan bisa ne se wo hwe ene mampanyini videos ahodo anenam na mampanyini wakọ eye nananom ho ene wo mkokohia kodi nkomo a wo pese wono oduru ha na nanano wa hwe fina kwanwa so no ba bechia no sa video na ekọ no so de asem no woka no se wono ehe ne wonwa pa se chieftaincy minister wo ofo mampanyini so ehe ne wonwa pa se ne minister for chieftaincy and regional affairs Stephen Asamoah Boateng woti wogina waka se ne mampanyini ye no eno ano no enya fe yenim se nananom wo mo de wuduru wo man ma wo na abo mu ase na wachia no eni kwan se nana ena ma ne homre so ba chia mampanyini na munim se Ghana fo bia kasa de etia eno so sei ena okasa ye ebra na wone kwabra pra de don edi nkomo e hot morning drive so ena no pa yi
Boateng osuro nana akufado
you sir
ultimate time crunch now political office any the institution of chieftaincy, which one is the oldest?
Chieftaincy, of course.
So you don't respect these time-tested traditions. Now, Akufado, he will live in 7 months.
Maybe honorable.
But in 7 months' time, Yebonwura will still be there. Sewanwua will still be there. Oti Chiefs will still be there. But Akufado's office, Akufado's position as a president will end.
Yeah.
So you need to revere our traditions. The chiefs are the custodians of our traditions, culture, and values. Now, before saying the first president and the fourth republic, and Rollins Po, or now you're Sujani, or the two, no G to me. Even that time, say, oh, yes, Sujani. No one can cheat on him, there, say, or Sorangina Kiano. Open constitutional rule, no, one yes, sir, because only a member, President Kufo, or no succeed Rollins. What anywhere, say Kufo, or call, I am fear, aka order or him, say, almost sorry, chairman. In the 8 years of Kufo, what is happening?
Pacho Devi.
Na Kufo, no, January, no, your president.
No, your president.
No, your MP da.
What's also a MP da?
Adai. Now, Oninyam for Professor John Evans Mills. No, your president. No, your lawyer. No, your teacher of law. Now, what he said, were caught and fear and ordered him to say, sorry, but chairman. What is that?
So, what was it wrong for the minister to have stated?
Arrogance, nauseating arrogance. Nauseating arrogance.
So, maybe, so where the minister did state, say, Article 52, Section 2 of the Constitution states that the president shall take precedence over all other persons in Ghana. No? What were they trying to imply?
Political institution. The political institution of Ghana. The president takes precedence over all other persons. He is the head of state. As the political institution, the political structure. But I'm talking about the traditional institutions. That is why, also, the president takes precedence over all other persons, has insulated the chieftaincy institution against political manipulation. And I want to say, so constitutional, don't take it by provision. Read the whole constitution.
Any amuti ye aye lawyer Enisa Fuseni Tamale Central anka nemra shebedwani former minister lands and natural resource and one kwabra prade don enano pay wamu edin kwama we nyina Amansan Dawuro kase bona wasugu so wuti etwagu live e wo Facebook eye hot 93.9 FM like yen share yen fo adwen chebra ne yen kenkan enfamam na president Edema Ghana Journalists Association GJA eye Albert Kwabena Jumfo wade atuja ba mane akiremo se Ghana Police Service wa monsoro waka na nsentwofo ayeye adwuma na nsotemamufo bi pese wo mutete fa ahodie so wo moburu yenkuye no wo mo ne sankrofo no nyina enim ye ready atuja ba mane akiremo se ene sana montuo na nipa bi etu nsentwofo so no enye wade nsemi tudwa emra ene eye World Press Freedom Day na wose ade a eye ne yapa ne se wo hwe Press Freedom Index ne so a Ghana tia ne yetiba for mesanse nei amanyofo bi ne timamufo bi etieta nsentwofo fa ahodie so na wo moburu nsentwofo wo mudi nsentwofo ani e wo man Ghana mu na yanimguase de ma oman a etise Ghana wo say na no ada ane enya ntie se class afamienu anu monkran ha say enei nipa bi akwakwo to ahye wo mo so a wo mo CCTV camera enam so ma nei yetimi ehunu sa nipa yi e ya de wo say aposifo sorry na sa nipa bonfo ya wo mudi nsentwofo ne ya wo madwen se wo mbaku yantentem mo maye ne yankwan na me na esan ne wo mo ye a enya nsentwofo ye bekanti no ana wo mo ye sa de no na GJ entra senhwe e ma sa abonesem ne koso wo mbekasa de atia ade ba kwa wo mo ye ne se enei amanyoni anatimamuni bi abaye wadwen se anama mpanyini bi a baye wadwen se wo de o me na mete akonwa so ma ba na aba entimedi nsentwofo ni no wo mo yo mo wadwen se sa nsentwofo anase sa amanyofo ni nyina no womu mma womu nkasa wonkasa fidi ana kasafo nyinu bia so agije ba sori akon ade ate o mansentwefo nyina so ebetai womu achi.
Although World Press Freedom Day 2024 focuses on journalism and environment, we cannot commemorate this important occasion without addressing the evils against press freedom. One of them is attack against journalists and the media. We need to hammer it because it appears the evildoers are not tired and they keep coming at us with more venom. It is in the respect that the GJ unreservedly condemns the recent petrol bomb attack on Class FM of Class Media Group. That was clearly a terrorist act, and it's a shame Ghana is fast degenerating into such culture of barbarism. I have visited the media house to see the handiwork of the terrorists and also interact with the management and staff. Dasibo Chairman, on the occasion of World Press Freedom Day, the GJ is calling on the Ghana Police Service to expedite investigations into the petrol bomb attack and prosecute the perpetrators. We believe the failure of the police to arrest and prosecute the perpetrators will holding others to commit such crimes, thinking that nothing would happen to them. Such impression will pose a great danger to the quest for national peace, especially as we prepare for election 2024. We are aware that these attacks are meant to intimidate journalists and the media, but that will never happen. We will continue to discharge our work without fear or intimidation. We believe in the Ghana Police Service. We believe in their capacity to arrest perpetrators even without CCTV footages. As demonstrated yesterday, when two of their colleagues were fatally shot at Kasatu, quickly the police placed this unknown assailant under surveillance. We will not teach the police how to execute their jobs, but we do urge them to take media attacks seriously.
Yanja posi forsa ne wo munyo omodwa na mom ensantro fatima mutfo tisho wo mo so amanyafo biri wo mo no e wo sa posi forsa waka na fei wo mo ekasa de tiam na president Edema Ghana Journalists Association GJ wa fancy wa wo wi anu osi nei ensantro for journalists against illegal mining anti illegal kuona yete ye no e wo se esansore waka gadam se ne yetimi to asesan se ne gadam se gusu se yen sase no eyade asensentwofo yanka obi anu ho beka aboa yen.
Today is a cardinal day on the global media calendar as the media fraternity across the world commemorate World Press Freedom Day to particularly remind government of their commitment to press freedom and the need for them to respect same. The day also affords media professionals and practitioners the opportunity to reflect on issues of press freedom and professional ethics. Therefore, the commemoration of World Press Freedom Day is an annual ritual the GJ has performed over the years. However, our gathering here in Koforidua today is very significant, and we need to highlight it for all to appreciate. This is actually the first time in recent memory that the GJ at the national level is commemorating World Press Freedom Day outside Accra. Dasibo Chairman, the global team for World Press Freedom Day 2024 is Press for the Planet, journalism in the face of the environmental crisis. However, the GJ has chosen the team, that's the national team, leveraging journalism for sustainable environment and future. We wish to call on the media to resume the concerted campaign against illegal small-scale mining, popularly known as Galamsey. In the past, our collective action in the fight against Galamsey yielded positive results as we brought the issues to national attention for action. But for the retrogression in action by duty bearers, sanity would have prevailed, and our land and water bodies would have been held by now. That notwithstanding, withdrawing from our duty, as we have done now, is more harmful to the nation.
Abusia ani awuti ye president the Magana Journalists Association GJA Albert Kwabena Jomfo Koforidua ananei press freedom day no Ghana ye kokodi ye dem na botaye ene se a press for the planet. Journalism is the face of the environmental crisis and ye womu into was say illegal small scale mining Galamsey no Amansan Dawuro na yintumi into asia na sane ensentrophobi nipa bi edi ani no ene so womuntimi enkasa me so kasia no so a na mekọ sakumo ena fetema ranza site aye twade ato wo se nei ensuo ahodo ho aye bia eni kwansa sabi obi esini da na nso manfo no ewurawura ansase ni mu esisi adansi ateche ni mu amanei empanfo sori kasa se yansori wakane yantu na ma obewi achi na de ha na beba wo mo se omanfo na wo mo wurawura mu esisi wo mo dan ewo ho no wo mo de stop work ne ya wo mo de esisi wo ni bi ana asa permit bi ko say produce permit no temakropon assembly aye na nso omanfo ni ntie gua na wo mo guso ateche ni mu no wo mo sisi dan esisi na be ya nsuo to na emene wo mo a wo mo atie mo afre na dmofo ana asa aban no empanfo se wo se ba bia de na keka duru no wo mutimi so raka na ba bia marada no wo mutimi de tom na Greater Accra Regional Minister Designate Titus Glover ene wokoho ekokohwe ne ekoso ene ode atodwa SSM aloya for mo watama ne pota mu nyina so raka na fei wo mu enkuntia sa nipa wo mu sisi dan ewo sa miame ahodo we enyina.
Let me send a warning to those in Tema. I'm told one Gideon, 102, and Lukman are behind the sale of the Ramsar. Nobody has title to the land there. If I hear or see any of them enter the Ramsar in Sakun, Klagon, Ajekojo, Committee 3, Committee 6, Committee 10, 11 and 12, if I hear 15 that they go into the Ramsar in that place, they will have a problem with me. So I've instructed them, nobody should go into the Ramsar until we are finished with every matter in the Ramsar side. But for this morning, we're here to witness for myself how they are pushing. I'm told he's a Chinese. He's pushing this thing. He must stop now. Now. So that we can save lives and property.
Ani amuti ye Greater Accra Regional Minister Designate Titus Glover ena wode sansem we nyina atodwa se na ni de akire na wo chi obi a ena obehunu abusua mejira we so na me de Amansan Dawuro kase eboni nyina asi etwagu live e wo Facebook hot 93.9 FM obese obekokohwe a obetimi akwakohwe na wa like na wa share na odo adwenkyere so ato hom yakopon ya aduma kwasie de di animi Porsche Nancy Porsche kujo na woda Nancy Porsche kujo mfantini ababa o fidua mu ha waka sports fo no ho na woda enti Nyankopon ya adoma kwasie da ba bia wu ama ye bagye ani ama de ache joda yentimi madwumanti ya ma na ya na mo de ache yen personal share kujo ya ma happy birthday ya mpa ye ne se Nyankopon hraw ene pa bia wase otimo de dom won fa no won kura mu no won so okori ataban so won ma wonna a ewo wanim no wunim me na fei bo modern na boa na o man no entimi tumpom enti Portia na isikujo anase nesi Portia kujo fantini baba o fidua mu ha ya ma happy birthday ya mpa ye ne se Nyankopon nya wadom no nhiraw na wonnom nkwan na esefata wo woma usika na woma anindie ne nyansa na fei untimi emwa wo my Ghana abusua mamenyira wo esram fa kase ne nyina ensi Mr Mawuli Tete eye editor wo ne na boa me ema kase wunya bi etie medin ane trimudahima Ekuya sewa Beatrice eboa me ma wunya me live ehweye saa so na ekuya sikapa beboa me motena no wa ha abusua mo fa ncheme
Hot FM 93.9